People stay in a relationship for one or a combination of reasons. Whoever plays your role will take your pay. Whoever occupies your space will take your place. Hello world, welcome once again to the world of Peter Ighofowe Amrasa. Welcome to the Ighofowe experience. The season is still on. I hope you are participating in our 25 11 days promo, so you could get our books at a cost of 2,500. So welcome once again. Last time our focus was on focus, but today we will be looking at something else. I'll be looking at what I consider the 3 pillars of fidelity. It's not enough to rely totally on your partner's ability to focus on the right things and your partner's ability to make the right choices and their self-discipline. No. There are things you do that can aid the fidelity process. For instance, you don't leave a child hungry because the child has a good character. No, you fortify the good character with making sure the child has what they need, so they have no need to steal. So basically, that's what we're talking about when we talk about the 3 pillars of fidelity. People stay in a relationship for one or a combination of reasons, but I want to talk about the top 3 I believe people stay in a relationship. Number 1, commitment. Some people will be staying in a relationship and every other person doesn't understand why they're in that relationship, but they are committed to something, committed to someone, or committed to a group of people, and that's the reason why they are in that relationship. So commitment is number 1. And beside commitment, you also have the issue of satisfaction. You see some people stay in relationships that are crazy just because they are sexually satisfied, and it doesn't make sense to you, but it makes a lot of sense to them. It's a toxic relationship, but they are still there not because of any other reason, just because of satisfaction. Satisfaction comes from different dimensions. I just mentioned one of them. And some people also stay in relationship because of attraction. Now, attraction, though, is the weakest form. It's one of the major pillars of fidelity. You must constantly keep your partner attracted to you. But our focus is on the first one, commitment. It is good that people are committed in a relationship because they have a character of commitment. But beyond that, people are also committed in a relationship because they find the person commitment worthy. Does your partner find you commitment worthy? What are the things I can do to make my partner realize that I'm commitment worthy? Number 1, keep to my words. When you are committed to your words, it's easy for the person to be committed to you. It is better not to say anything than to say something that you know you will not be committed to. I understand most times we make promises and there are a lot of factors that come into play and damage those promises, and we're not able to keep our word. But it's important we develop the habit of keeping our words more than we don't keep them. I can't remember the guy. He was talking about his friend. He said if his friend tells him that he's going to come by 3 p.m. and his friend doesn't show up by 3:05, he will send condolence flowers, because there is nothing that will keep his friend from keeping his word as long as he's alive. So if he didn't keep his word, he will conclude that he was dead. Imagine that level of commitment to their word and that level of integrity. So if you want to be commitment worthy, you want people to be committed to you, the first thing you need to do is be committed to your word. Another very important thing, be committed to having a positive response to the complaints your partner is giving you. When your partner is talking about certain things they do not like, have a positive response to them. By being positive, by saying having a positive response to them does not mean you must do exactly what they say. but listen to them and think of adjustments you can make because of their complaints. Because when you do not respond positively to people's complaints, they get to a point and they stop complaining. And the worst thing that can happen in a relationship is when someone is dissatisfied and they are no longer talking about it. If they are not talking about it to you, they are talking about it inside, or worse, they are talking about it to someone else. And in some cases, they are talking about it with their ex. And that begins to breed ground for infidelity. Another commitment you should also make is the commitment to communicate your dissatisfaction. Whenever you find you find yourself in a place where you're not satisfied in a relationship, don't keep it to yourself. Look for a constructive way to communicate. When your partner knows that the only thing that he's not happy about is what he has not talked to me about. So everything that he's not happy about, he has actually talked to me about it. That person will be relaxed. That person will have a security in that relationship, because they know that if you are dissatisfied, you will talk about it. So it's important you are committed to communicating your dissatisfaction. You should also be committed to your duties to your partner. You don't expect someone else to play your role in the life of your partner. Duties that are yours, keep to them. Because anybody who plays your part is permitted to take your pay. Any person who plays your wing can replace you. So the roles that you know you ought to play in the life of your partner, play them consistently. Be conscious of them, because whoever plays your role will take your pay. Whoever occupies your space will take your place. So it's important you know that these commitments are very essential if you want to be commitment worthy. I'll take a break and I'll be right back. Welcome back. So conclusively, what are the other things I want to throw into the salad mix? Very, very important. You need to show commitment in the area of forgiveness and resolution of conflict. You know, the best marriages are marriages of two givers, two believers, and two forgivers. So you must be willing to forgive. You must be willing to resolve the conflict. And very close to that, I remember that with a sparkle in my eye, it's also important to show commitment to keeping boundaries that promote fidelity. There are certain people you shouldn't be hanging out with. There are certain calls you shouldn't be making. There are certain chats you shouldn't be having. If you keep having those chats and keep taking those calls, even if nothing wrong or nothing bad is happening, you may be putting yourself or declaring yourself as someone that people shouldn't commit to. And finally, you must show commitment to the future of that relationship. You must talk futuristic. You must speak future. You must show that it is not just a one-night stand. It's not just something that does not have a future. You must speak about it. There are so many ways to speak about it without actually saying much. You know, some guys will hang around the lady and hear them say things like, when we have kids. If the guy is not interested in you, he should just quickly tell you, bro, cool down, I'm not having kids with you, I'm not interested. Why? You are speaking of a future she's not interested in. But it's the same way when someone is interested in you and all you speak of is of the present, you're not saying anything about the future. You are declaring that you are not commitment worthy. So these are some of the things you can do to make your partner be more committed to you because you are commitment worthy. So once again, compliments of the season. If you like what we do, help us by commenting, help us by liking, most importantly, share, so that this message can get to the end of the world. I always tell people, I'll see you on the other side. Welcome to 2024. Have a wonderful year ahead.